Welcome to all my dear students to learn with new poem Life. I shall be explain you about the life. This poem is written by Charlotte Bronte. She is efficient poet and she has told us how the life is full of difficulties and many difficulties are there in our life and how to be overcome on these various difficulties. Even Charles Bronte shares her views with us about her own life, full of experiences she had. She had various hard situations in her own life. It is it is that the many difficulties are there, but that difficulties, that sorrows, that problems are not permanent. She is telling us, she is sharing us. See the poem. Life, believe, is not a dream so dark as sages say. Often a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. The sages, the good persons, they told us that the life is full of darkness, full of difficulties, but even the morning rains is also there, and that morning rains is the indication of the sorrow, difficulties. Many difficulties are there because of the rain, but the foretells means they are telling, they are the indication, they are providing the pleasant day also. Means life, believe, is not a dream so dark as sages say. Often a little morning rain foretells a pleasant day. Sometimes there are clouds of gloom. See, in our life, sometimes there are clouds of gloom, means the difficulties, problems are there, but these all difficulties are transient, not a permanent one. If the shower will make the roses bloom, because of that shower of raindrops, because of that rain, because of that difficulties, because of that hard situation, means that clouds or that clouds of gloom is compared with the darkness, with the problems, with the difficulties. Because of that clouds of gloom, because of that difficulties, here the roses bloom. That roses, because of that drop, because of that water, that roses here the rose is compared with the happiness. So because of that cloud of gloom, the shower will make the roses bloom. Oh, why lament its fall? Then why we are lamenting on that all the difficulties? Why we are sticking with the difficulties? No way. We have to leave that difficulties, or we have to find out the solution on that. Because of that solution we can get the power to fight against the difficulties. Then see the next. Rapidly, merrily, life's sunny hours flit by. Gratefully, cheerily, enjoy them as they fly. See what the poetess want to tell us here. Rapidly, merrily, very fastly, very happily, life's sunny hour. Sunny hours means the happy hours, the happy events flit away. They are going to migrate, they are going to change. They are not a permanent one. They are gratefully, cheerily, and they are going very fast. So enjoy them as they fly. Means here very happily the events, the happy events are flying away. So enjoy them. Don't be lament on the difficulties, on the problems, but solve them. Find out the solutions, and very happily, very gratefully, very cheerily we should have to enjoy our sunny hours. Sunny hours means our happy hours, means that in our life many situations, many events, many conditions are there. In that we find out the happiness, we get the happiness. And that happiness, here the poet is saying that sunny hours means that the happiness, you can see the slide here, that how the happiness is there. So because of that sun rays we get the happiness. See, what though death at times step in. See, what though the death at times step in and calls our best away. What though sorrow seems to win over hope a heavy sway. Means the death of our dear one, the death of our dearest one, our best one, in any our relatives or any our best one or dearest one. The death, what though death at times step in. If the death occurred there of our dear one, our near one, and calls our best away. What though sorrow seems to win? This situation is not a permanent, because that situation seems to win to us. What though sorrow seems to win? It is only seeing like the sorrow is winning on the happiness. Over hope a heavy sway. And here over hope a heavy sway means that the unhappiness is get over on the happiness. The situation is like that, that we don't like to do anything, but we have to understand that all. Then at hope again elastic springs unconquered, though she fell. Still buoyant are her golden wings, still strong to bear us well. See here, the poetess want to tell us about that what that it hope again elastic spring. Have you seen that elastic springs? See that springs, how that springs. If we are going to that spring we are going to stretch out, so it will stretch too much. If you are stretching your difficulties, it will stretch, but if you leave that difficulties, then again it will come on the whatever the place of that spring. Like same, like if you are stretching your happiness, again it will come towards the right, I mean that whatever the place of unhappiness is there. So that spring, here the poetess want to give us through the example of elastic like that. At hope again elastic springs unconquered, though she fell, still buoyant are her golden wings. Still the power is there, though the elastic is stretching too much, but the power is as it is to means that the that which can rise upward, that the person can rise again and still strong to bear as well, and still the person is very strong to be to face the problems. Here means that still that person can bear the difficulties. Then manfully, fearlessly, the day of trial bear, the day of trial bear, for gloriously, victoriously can courage quell disappear. And in the last, the poetess tells us the day of trial means the last day, means the day death of ourselves. We have to face without fear, very courageously. This courage can be overcome on the unhappiness. Don't be unhappy about your own death, because it is the permanent thing. So accept it and be ready with courageously. So this courage can be overcome on the unhappiness. So be happy for your own death also. She is telling you that for gloriously, victoriously can courage quell disappear. So here the poet is going to tell us about the poem, that the sorrow is not a permanent, it is a temporary only. So sorrow will get end sometime. So this is the poem by Charlotte Bronte. Thank you.